Hello, and welcome to Biker Bushcraft. Today, I'm going to answer a question that Spirit Forest asked, and this is a pretty simple one. That's what I did about snow. Well, I try not to let it stop me. Generally, the roads are plowed, and you'll see in this video what I do about the roads and the snow conditions. If it gets much heavier than what I'm going to show you, I typically will turn around, go another way, or go home. But today it wasn't a problem getting into the campsite, so here we are, and let's show you some of that riding in the snow.
So I don't deliberately go out looking for weather to ride in, but I also don't let it stop me. There are some areas that are a little easier than others when you see snow on the ground. If you're in a residential area, it's going to be a little bit more heavily traveled. The roads are going to be a little bit drier, a little less apt to have ice on them or snow on them. And this is good, but you still get slippery spots. So you really need to keep an eye out. Now, one of the worst things that happens to me when I'm riding is I go around a curve and the sun's in my eyes, and the glare completely wipes out my ability to see the road, to tell if there's ice or snow actually on the road. This is a real hazard. So if you know where the sun's at, you need to kind of keep an eye on it and be prepared to come around a corner and get blinded. Already be going slow enough that you can maintain control. When I'm riding in this kind of conditions, I make it a point to really look around me, pay attention to what's going on, not just in front of me, but checking my mirrors all the time and keep an eye on all of the side roads and potential places where other vehicles might be hiding out. Because if something does happen and I go down, I want to ideally make sure nobody is behind me to run over me. So if you come into a corner and the sun's blinded you and you see that there's ice, don't panic. You do want to let off the throttle slowly. Don't shut it down completely. Don't hit the brakes. Just steer and hold on. You want to look for dry spots that don't have ice on them and kind of get yourself lined up in those dry spots, and then just keep a very steady speed, a steady throttle. Take your time, and again, always go slower than you need to. There's no hurry. You get where you're trying to get to. I really love riding in the weather. It's relaxing, it's quiet, it's absolutely beautiful up there when there's snow on the ground. And the ice just really isn't that big a deal if you take your time and you prepare for it. Watch where you're going. You really need to keep an eye on side roads, because as people are coming out in the same direction, you get snow berms, and those can be an unpleasant surprise if you're not looking for them. When you're going into the ice, take the space you need. Look for your best line. Look for dry pavement, maybe on the right side of the lane, the left side of the lane. But take the room you need. You're looking around for traffic. It's much safer than trying to keep the perfect lane position and ending up on a sheet of ice. Now, I don't mind at all riding on stretches of road with little ice on it, little snow, but there is a point where it becomes impractical. Now, I could ride in this, I could stay in the car track or stay on the fresh snow, but the better decision is to get off the road at this point. So I'm pulling into the campsite here. My original intention was actually to go up the road further and camp, but it just wasn't worth it. I want to watch those cattle guards. They're extremely slippery when it's wet and there's snow. So going back into the campsite, I'm looking for the ideal place to camp. What I'm looking for is something with a little bit of dry ground where I can park the bike, get in and out, put up a tent, but still a nice campsite that's got some sun on it. It'll warm me up. This one didn't look too bad, but I can't get the tent or the bike close to the fire pit without going in the snow. So that's not ideal. I'm not going to stay in this one. Now going up here a bit, you can see on the right there's some slush, mud. You don't want to get in that on a bike. You may not get out of it, as well as being just plain unpleasant. But on the left, there's a pretty good spot. I see some gravel there that's clear of the snow, and I can get over close to the fire pit. So that's the one I'm going to choose. So looking at a space like this for camping in the snow, small, convenient, easy in, easy out, I'd consider this just about the best option. Snow's not going to stop me from camping. It's not going to stop me from motorcycle camping unless the roads become dangerous.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video about riding in the weather, especially in snow. Hopefully, if you're a rider out there who's inclined to do this, you picked up some useful information. My advice overall is, if you're a new rider, take your time. There's no rush. There's nothing to prove. As I said in the video, go slow. Make sure no one's behind you. And if you feel uncomfortable, if you get into the kind of weather, whether it's rain, whether it's snow, whether it's fog, where you just don't feel like you're 100% where you need to be, don't go there. Turn around. Go back, go another route. Go stay at a hotel. There's no shame in that. So I appreciate all of you watching the video. I hope that you all took away some informative or comedic tidbit from it. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button so you don't miss my next videos. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you on the next one.